I was going to say I was going to do this off the top of my head, and then I noticed that the camera was a little bit above my head. Yeah, it's annoying. You go in, you try your best to joke around, and everybody knocks you down. Hard to pick up the Thursday account, and they don't make you feel good about it, and a couple other things. But like I said, you put up with it, or you ship out. Can you get anything better? Is it good? Yeah, it's good. Very good. Perfect. Couldn't do any better. So, if you couldn't do any better, and they couldn't do any better, who know better, make it right. So anyways, what I'm going to get to now is poker is a game of bluff. I was thinking of the pine tree, then I said pine bluff off Highway 530. What's out in Pine Bluff that's so important that it has to come to me not once, not twice, but they put it into the name of a game of poker. Bluff has a letter count of 4-7, which means it's the three worlds of God, okay? 1, 2, 3, with 4 angles. And the 7 means the connection of these 3. Well, the 6 dice with the 1 and the 7 is the 7 angle, okay? That God connects both sides of the world. Okay, so that makes 47. Poker is 65. Poker is 65. 6 and 5 is 11. Bluff's 47. 4 and 7 is 11. Coincidence? Maybe. Another game is the game of war where the number count is 104 because the ace counts as nothing. It only counts as a 14 instead of the 1 count. So in one suit you have 104. There's 4 suits for 416. 4 by 4 is 16. 41 is the Mediterranean and the beginning of the life. The 6 is the life. 416. Okay. But if you want to know about anything about the wolf, when he huffed to blow your house down, well, if he only took 1 huff, or if it was just a huff of a huff, and he didn't say any vowel or anything before the huff, it would say command and create of God. And the letter they put before that was the huff. It was the heaven. The 8th letter added to 33. You got 41. You got the beginning of life in the Mediterranean. So he went to puff. And out came the 9 birth in the 4 corners in the world of man. 49. And I'll blow! Because the cat and the dog in this world, the count is 50. Okay. So we ain't blowing nothing down. You're just as big as him. Half. House, 68 letter count. 86, 68, 8 of heaven, 6 of man. That's man's house. That's in the 72, 86, which means the God of the beta world. Okay? And down is 56, is where we are as we touch down, and the earth spins. And inside the earth there's some kind of element. It's not only the atmosphere that keeps us, but it's the spin of the earth that the gravitational pull pulls it to. I don't care what anybody says, I know. And maybe everybody knows. Maybe I'm the last one to know. But I just know there's something in the earth that spins, that emanates to the top, bringing life. Okay, I don't know if I showed you this. I wish I had that card right away. Only got half a card. But you see that little stick coming out? That's the center core of the earth. Okay? You don't want to go there. Okay? I want to show you one of the reasons why. See these 2 dice over there? Those are the black holes. Alright? I was showing something over here in tennis. 60 to 40, you went all the way around the clock. Okay? I can use this as a tennis score, a match for tic-tac-toe, why we play 5, 7, and 9 games, because they tell the difference. Now there's the 5 dice, the 1 dice on the other side. I'm just trying to show you the triangle you see there. You'll find it on roulette, and the numbers on roulette would be 8, 10, 11, and 13, totaling 42. Now 42 says angel, it also says man's birth, but let's multiply it by the number 4, okay, because 4 is a whole. So it would end up to be 168, which means 1 heaven of man, and that's what that diamond is. It also calculates over here, okay, the game of bluff calculates to 105. So if the game of bluff calculates to 105, okay, in 1 suit times 4, equals 420. The number of words you can use in bluff when you type on Facebook, 420, you've gone over one word. Same thing here in bluff. It's all a game. So we know Facebook must be some sort of a game because they come up with the number of the games that they're playing the game with. I mean, all they need is 50 cents a piece, my friends, every single day. It ain't much. They're not pigs. They're definitely not. They're being fair. It's just the way life goes. And then down here, the value, okay, of this suit, okay, is a ranking value of 25. Jack. All jacks are valued at 25. There's 4 jacks, there's 2 jokers. We all get the same count. 6 by a quarter is $1.50, and that's what happens when you play blackjack. You get $1.50 times the amount when you hit the blackjack. Is there anything in here I really want to tell you? The electricity poles actually seem to be like the crown of the king holding up all the electricity. 0. When you count the initials 0 to 6, it's 112, or as an expression, it would come out to God, angel, and man of the 2 beta worlds. Now, if you count all the way to 9, just using the initial, it gives you 150. That would be like the Ford 150, because F is the 6th letter for man, and man stands for the letter F. The one spirit of the firing in the world we are is the 9 lives of the cat. And that's why it adds up to 150. If you multiply that by 4, it's 600. And by 40, which is the complete game Monopoly, you get 6,000. 6,000 years, why time is up in 5775. Okay? And one of the things is like this. In 10 days, okay, let me see if I can do this with you. Okay? 240, there's something in my background which I'm not happy with. Wow, how come I can't find what's in my background? I can't get rid of it. Anyways, I'm going to come back to you wherever you guys are. Okay, and 240 years, 240 cycles times 25 years. Okay, 240 would be 60 dice. Each dice goes around and it's 100 years. You have 2 dice that goes around, it's 200 years. But anyways, 240 cycles of 25 years equals 6,000 years. Okay? 2 times 4 is 8. Heaven, 2 plus 4 is 6 man. The 25 years equals to the quarter, that's the jack, and this is very annoying. What is in the background? What is in the background? Oh, it's down, and now you can get it back. Okay. So now, if you follow me, we got 240 cycles times 25 is 6,000. Now, in Moses, the laws, 613 laws. 6, 1, and 3 equals 10 days, 240 hours. Now, to implement it, 6 is for the first 6 days is of man. He is awake for 16 hours, he sleeps for 8. The next day is God's day, his day that we give him. As many as we give him, we say it's 1 day. And then it's 6 days man. Man doesn't see 7. 7 does not exist. Maybe we fabricated it in this world because we do not implement it. We implement it as a 7th day. But it's not a 7th day. It's not our day at all. It ends. It's the center of the dice. When you go into the hall of the owner, it's his dice. It's his day. You don't own it at all. That day is the liberty day for your liberty and your conscience for being on this earth. Okay? So now you got the 6 days, the 1 day. Now you have 3 more days to complete the cycle of 10. Okay? In the Monopoly, you got to complete the cycle 4 times, just like there's 4 sides to the dice. You're moving the top and the bottom, the north and the south, to make it around 1 time. Okay? So now what you do is you have the 3 days. 16 hours awake, 8 hours of sleep. Okay? You have 48 hours awake, 24 hours of sleep. The totals come out like this. 216 hours awake total, with a period of 144,000 midway angels, and the 3-day period for 48. Excuse me, I said it wrong. 48 for the 3-day period, and 96 for the other gives you the 144. Okay, hours, and then you have the 1 day of God is 24, and all those hours you're sleeping is when you replenish the spirit inside you. That's why when you sleep well and you wake up in the morning, it's because the spirit of energy that comes from the heavens that gives you the vivacity that you want to live for life. And you're going to find any reason to make it fun. Someone's going to knock you down, you got to get up again. But it's no fun to suffer. I don't want anyone to suffer. I was listening to this guy talk, some kind of old granny is his name, and you know what? And they're talking about what's happening in Wall Street, what's happening in Wall Street. Well, come on, guys, you know what? I'm not in, I'm out, but I'm in for the whole thing, man. I told you, if none of us go to work for the next month, okay, and you were able to build your own garden, start now with your garden. You have a garden, my friend, you got food, okay? If nobody paid taxes and no one to work, no one would come collect the taxes, there'd be no one to mail the mail, there'd be nobody at the mail office, there'd be nobody at the supermarket, there'd be nobody to take your money, nobody's going to want your money, all they're going to want to do is eat. I'm hungry. There are so many starving people around the world. And primary is for money to make the difference of the two. When it no longer works, you must establish a new system. You cannot sink those who are drowning. They are already drowned. They can never come up again. The dollar has stretched. The rubber mat of what was once Fred Flintstone chopping up them stones for the elastic and rubber dollar that's like a super ball. But in our way, we're always down at the bottom. They catch it at the top and you never get a chance. That's what's happening, man. How can I see it? Because I live in sort of that kind of atmosphere around me. I know what it's like. I've seen it happen. But I've seen people waste also. So it's got to be controlled so that even the wasters will always have a place to go, and they can always go and waste their time, but they're always going to suffer anyways because they're wasters. That's what they are in life. They're always going to be like that. So we always have to make sure they have something that's what do you call it? Something you must need in life. We must make sure they always have. And if they screw up the rest, well, it's their life. It's hard. We're all not going to make it. We don't all become intelligent. I mean, look at me. What do I know? When I tell you 0 is more than anything because it's a consequence. 10's a consequence. It's whatever happens before it creates the 10. If nothing happens, how do you say, perfect 10? But they worked in between this whole thing. Where did you just say 10? No, you thought a 9. You thought it was perfect. You went to 10. You went above all the numbers. But you went back to 0. Saying she's a spirit of the sky because 10, that's what it is, a spirit of the sky. 4 and 6 is 10, spirit of the sky. 2 and 8 is the beta angel of heaven, spirit of the sky. God in his creation, 3 and 7, 10, spirit of the sky. 1, 4, and 5, the angel ring connected to the spirit. And the angel, spirit of the sky. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. You know when you get 11? When you get 99 and you want to just make it perfect, you add 1 each. Each 9 becomes 10. You got 10, 10. Well, how did you get the 10, 10? You got it from 11. What do you mean from 11? The one spirit of the 4 angel of the 6 man. 11. You had a birth. You mean 7, 4? Yeah, 7, 4. Why is it 7, 4? Because the missing corner is your birth. God is all 7. You're 1. You see, God is the female, so he traps her. Or she traps him. She can become 8, but he can't become 8 because you're taking up the 8th spot in the 3rd world. She grabs it in the 2nd world, into your world, mixed up with God's world underneath. Making the 12 tribes. You know, I was just trying to make a search, the moons and stuff, but I don't want to talk about the moons. All we want to talk about is 5775 is coming up. That means the war between the angels are getting intense. We are these angels. They know, the other side of the angels, they know more about the heavens and the strength of it, so they're on top of us now. So we must reload.